We've been bouncing with tribal council members around the country and discussing a way forward. The message we're getting from the average Australian person is, what's the solution? What's the way out? So we've just drafted, this is only the first draft. Keep in mind this is the first draft. It has a lot of work to do and a lot of beautiful minds to bounce amongst. But I'm just going to read this out to you because in the madness, I learned many years ago, there is no point raising a problem if you're not going to bring a solution. So what I want to read out to you is a solution that we as the sovereigns offer to the Australian people. The original Sovereign Tribal Federation extends our hand to the Australian people to stand in unity with us to provide the Australian and sovereign tribal people a solution to the current challenges we face. What can we do and how can we do it? It's time for action. As the original sovereign tribes of our terrain, it is our obligation and our responsibility to protect our realm and everything and everyone upon it. That's our responsibility. The current keepers of the planet, corporate governments, the Vatican, monarchs and all corporations have breached their responsibility to the royal families and neglected their keepership roles and are in breach of type 1, 2 and 3 offences according to a cease and desist notice that all keepers received from Ernest Rothschild dated the 20th of August 2017. That'll be made available with this document when we start to hand it out, but we will also send that document out and provide that to everybody here through all the network. That was served on all governments of the planet. That's why the financial system was put on hold in 2017. That's why everything was frozen, because the keepers of the planet are not only breaking their responsibility and breaching these rules, but they are harming the people, and to the royal families, the people are a part of the assets, and they are harming the assets. We are proposing a way forward for all 25 million people upon these lands to unite and formulate a new government system, mirroring what we have now, but governed by legitimate officials, elected by the people, to serve the people, approved by the tribal sovereigns.
Yeah!
The government system we propose will be void of corruption and fraud and will be completely transparent to the people, guided by the people for the people. All laws and the governance structure will be designed and developed by the people through referendums, and that's what's supposed to happen. That's why this country has been operating unlawfully since 1973. When the Crown left here in 1973, they didn't follow the Constitution. The only way they could create a new Constitution or change the laws was by royal seal of assent or through a referendum of the people. Neither took place. No laws have been lawful since 1973. That makes everything we're dealing with right now a criminal act and unlawful. And that's a fact. That's not my opinion, that's what the law says. The new system we propose will ensure the financial relief and protection of people's property. WA has just passed a law they can take your house. New South Wales also passed the same law. They can take your property, they're okay. The financial system is bankrupt. They've had 3 QEs, quantitative easing. Quantitative easing 1, 2 and 3, that's when the system bails out the banks. They are going for a bail-in. A bail-in is when they take your money, your savings, your superannuation, your house, your property and your assets. And they've already passed those laws in WA and New South Wales. Do not think that this jurisdiction will not follow. They are coming for everything you own because the whole fiat currency system is bankrupt and they want to suck every bit of life out of every human being on this planet to prop up their fraudulent system. The new system we propose will... Oh, sorry, I already read that one. Number 6, we propose to free all people from all corrupt, tyrannical corporate governments and judicial systems and return to the people their freedom and liberty they should be afforded as Australians, to live in peace and harmony together, building a nation based on truth, honour and respect for all, now and into the future. And the last point is this: we will develop clean and healthy industries that complement our environment and creates healthy, sustainable industries such as hemp, medical marijuana, organic food, and natural and traditional medicines. Such industries would sustain our economy and develop healthy, sustainable industries into the future, inclusive of everyone. Now, under our law, if you and I go hunting, your family and my family eat. Under our law, if we as a nation of people work together to build healthy, sustainable industries into the future that look after the land so that your great-great-great-grandkids and my great-great-grandkids can eat good food, breathe good air and drink good water, that's our responsibility as the ancestors. It's not about the money we make now. It's not about the wealth and the possessions we hold. It's the legacy that we leave for these little ones here. And that's why I'm here. I'm here for the children. I'm here for you too, but I'm here for the children. Under our law, we propose that a country and a nation that is built on a governance system that is honourable to the people, owned by the people and controlled by the people, our law says when we work together and we build prosperity and wealth, we keep it here and we look after all of our babies together. I've been looking at this problem for 15 years, not the last 2 years. I've been looking at it from a sovereign tribal man's perspective, as you can see. I've got Scottish and Irish in me too, so I don't see colour, right? I only see truth or dishonour, good people or bad people. And what I've seen over the last 15 years is a corporation that is so dysfunctional and corrupt to the core. All right, there are so many good police officers that want to bail out. There are so many honourable people within the system, the legal system, that want to bail out, right? Because they cannot take the fraud, the corruption, and the criminality anymore. We need to offer everybody a fair solution that's going to go forward. And I want to say something to all you business people. I run a charity. It's a business, but it's a not-for-profit. All right, it's still a business. So I'm here because of my charity as well. But business makes government. Government doesn't make business. Yous are the backbone and the core of this entire community, of our society. It's the hard-working people like yous that go out there and strive to create sustainability for yourself, your family, your employees, and other people around you. This is the heartbeat of this country, not these corporate fraudulent agents purporting to be legitimate corporate politicians and bureaucrats. Every single one of them are committing fraud and treason. Now, this ain't my opinion. When you look at the law, and I can provide you with the documents, they are all looking at 29 years imprisonment for the fraud and treason that they're committing, and they're trying to put rules on us and harm us, the people, while they're committing treason. In Victoria, Dan Andrews was charged for treason. All right, he's got caught, I think, today or tomorrow. 19th. Okay. I have the full documents. All right, I'm preparing those documents with a good group of people. I'm asking you in this entire town to become a signatory and charge Michael Gunner for fraud and treason. We take it to the High Court. Furthermore, the documents and the stuff that we've been serving, we need to know the names of every corporate agent, be it a police officer, a bureaucrat, a politician, and we need to privately prosecute every agent that is harming us, the people, and we need to make them accountable because they are liable, and I'll tell you why. This corporation is governed by what they call the keepers or bondholders, and the bondholders are not insured. That means all liability goes back to every individual agent. They're coming for our money, they're coming for our house, they're coming for your business. Well, let's turn that around. Let's hold them accountable and show them that the power's in the people. It ain't in this fictitious corporate shit that they're trying to bury us under. Sorry for swearing. That's all I got to say. Okay? We have to find a way forward. I tell you now, people, please pay attention to this. They are operating under statute. If you read the international laws and rules of war and occupation, common law cannot overpower statute. We are going into their fictitious corporate courts trying to find remedy amongst the fraudulent system where the judge has already been told what to do. Now, we are working with honourable legal people around the country. We are working with Robert Kennedy's legal team now. We have partnered up with them. He was most excited about the sovereign position because he said that's the solution. All right? He's an international human rights lawyer and a bioweapons expert. We have partnered up with them. We are working with over 30 to 40 lawyers from different countries. They are all feeding information to each other on their success and failures in the courts. And this political and corporate legal system only has a small amount of space to keep this lie alive. We are the power, we the people, we are the solution, and what we are proposing here to the Australian people is a way forward. A way forward that we have something honourable. A way forward where good people sitting side by side can build a nation based on truth, honour and respect. And when I was a little boy, my mum made sure the cops locked me up when I stole a grunchie. 8 years old, they put me in a cell. I cried, I thought my mother didn't love me. And from that moment on I thought, oh, there's law, there's rules. I have an obligation within this society to stay within those boundaries, to grow into a man, to see the fraud, the criminality, the child abuse, the murder that is governing our system. I can't accept that, and I am not leaving my grandchildren to a cesspool of sickness that is creating this pain for us, the people. So I just want to end by saying much respect to everybody in this room. Yous are the key, the people, the businesses. You're the heartbeat, right? You don't want to play for St. Mary's? Get a clearance. That's what we're saying. We get a clearance, we walk. All right? We're going to start putting out stuff. We're going to start putting out structure. We're going to start putting out things so you can visually see what is the alternative to what we have now. We do not have to stay within this corporate realm. We can walk. We have a good governance system. We have one of the best governance systems on the planet. What we have is filthy management that aren't following their policy and procedures. We take that model, we duplicate it under a fair system approved by the sovereigns. Why? Because when Uncle Upi won his case, what did the High Court say? They said, you are the head of state. There are easy solutions to this. We will repeal and overturn the Royal Titles and Styles Act. We replace the Crown with the Sovereign. We set up a governance structure that is fair for the people, and we get rid of these political parties that are working for the international corporate conglomerates, and we start electing people that work for the people on the ground for their electorates and leave no space for collusion for these multinational corporations. We keep the wealth here, we look after each other, we look after our babies, and this is our one chance in humanity, guys, to build a nation based on truth, honour and respect. If we don't take this moment now, we will fail our children. If we think that playing this political game or this legal game within this fictitious corporate structure is our solution, we're sorely missing the point. We will fail. We have to stand with the people, walk with our feet, walk away and set up something that's honourable. We the sovereigns stand with you. We want you to stand with us because your babies mean as much to us as our babies mean to us. And that's what this is about. Thank you.